Jocelyn Wildenstein, the Swiss-born socialite renowned for her feline-inspired appearance and tumultuous personal life, passed away in Paris from a pulmonary embolism. Her partner, Lloyd Klein, confirmed the news to AFP, ending the saga of a woman who had captivated tabloids and fascinated the public for decades. She was either 79 or 84 years old, as conflicting reports and her own evasiveness about her birth year make it difficult to confirm. Often referred to as Catwoman or the Bride of Wildenstein by the American press, Jocelyn became a cultural icon, albeit a controversial one. Her life was defined by extraordinary wealth, an obsession with cosmetic surgery, and a love of big cats. Despite the often critical or mocking tone of the media coverage, Jocelyn's life story is one of reinvention, resilience, and an unabashed embrace of the extravagant. Early life. From Lausanne to Paris. Born Jocelyn Parisot in Lausanne, Switzerland, Jocelyn spent her early years in a picturesque alpine setting. Swimming in lakes and skiing in the mountains were staples of her childhood. Her father, a hardware store manager, instilled in her a love for African wildlife, sparking a lifelong fascination with exotic animals that would later become central to her identity. In her early 20s, Jocelyn left Switzerland for Paris, immersing herself in the vibrant social scene of the 1960s. She danced in discos, mingled with wealthy expatriates, and began cultivating the sophisticated cosmopolitan persona that would later make her a fixture of high society. Despite her glamorous lifestyle, Jocelyn harbored a dream of exploring Africa, a continent she had long admired from afar. Meeting Alec Wildenstein, a love story born in Africa. Jocelyn's dream of visiting Africa became a reality in 1977 when she embarked on a safari in Kenya. It was there that she met Alec Wildenstein, a billionaire art dealer and heir to one of the world's most prominent art dynasties. Their initial meeting was as dramatic as it was cinematic. Alec had been tasked with hunting a lion on a neighboring property, and Jocelyn accompanied him. The pair quickly fell in love and married the following year. As Mrs. Wildenstein, Jocelyn entered a world of unparalleled luxury. Among the family's many estates, her favorite was Old Jodi, a sprawling Kenyan ranch that served as both a wildlife sanctuary and a playground for the ultra-rich. The property boasted 200 buildings, over 300 staff members, and a bulletproof enclosure for 2 tigers, underscoring her devotion to big cats. "It's not just about owning something," she told Vanity Fair in 1998. "It's about creating a world where you feel alive." The transformation begins: cosmetic surgery and tabloid fame. Jocelyn's fascination with feline beauty extended beyond her love of big cats and into her own appearance. About a year into her marriage, she and Alec decided to undergo matching eye lifts, which marked the beginning of her transformation. Over the years, Jocelyn's face became her most enduring project. Her eyes slanted upwards, her skin was pulled taut, and her cheekbones were dramatically elevated, creating a visage that resembled the exotic animals she admired. Though she often downplayed the extent of her surgeries, attributing her appearance to family traits or the effects of hairstyles, Jocelyn occasionally acknowledged her enhancements. "If you feel good with your imperfections with your aging, then you should do nothing," she told photographer Zed Nelson in 2006. Otherwise, it's all about choosing the right doctor. A tumultuous marriage and a record-breaking divorce. Despite their shared love for luxury and exotic animals, Jocelyn and Alec's marriage began to unravel in the late 1990s. The breaking point came in 1998, when Jocelyn reportedly discovered Alec in bed with another woman. The confrontation escalated dramatically. Jocelyn claimed Alec pointed a loaded gun at her during the incident. Alec was subsequently charged with menacing behavior, and the couple's bitter divorce proceedings became a tabloid sensation. The divorce settlement set a record at the time, with Alec ordered to pay Jocelyn $2.5 billion upfront and $100 million annually for 13 years. The case solidified Jocelyn's status as a symbol of wealth and excess, but it also marked the beginning of her financial troubles. Despite the staggering sums involved, Jocelyn's spending habits and legal disputes would later lead her to declare bankruptcy. Life after Alec: romance, scandals, and financial struggles. Following her divorce, Jocelyn began a relationship with French fashion designer Lloyd Klein, nearly 3 decades her junior. The two met at New York Fashion Week in 2003 and bonded over their mutual appreciation for extravagant style. Their relationship, however, was as tempestuous as it was enduring. Jocelyn was arrested twice, in 2016 and 2017, following altercations with Klein. At one point, the couple even filed restraining orders against each other. Klein attributed some of their conflicts to Jocelyn's financial stress. Despite her massive divorce settlement, Jocelyn filed for bankruptcy in 2018, citing debts that far outweighed her assets. By late 2023, she described herself as still broke in an interview with The Times. Her financial woes did little to diminish her flair for drama and luxury, as she continued to make sporadic public appearances, often at Klein's fashion shows. Motherhood and private life. Jocelyn had 2 children during her marriage to Alec, but she largely kept them out of the public eye. This decision was partly motivated by her desire to shield them from the intense media scrutiny that followed her every move. "I chose a public life, but my children did not," she said in a rare interview discussing her family. Despite her tumultuous relationships and financial troubles, Jocelyn remained a devoted mother, ensuring her children were raised with the same sense of adventure and luxury that defined her own life. The final years. A return to the spotlight. In her later years, Jocelyn began re-emerging in the public eye, granting interviews and reflecting on her life. She described her enduring love for animals, particularly big cats, as a source of comfort and inspiration. She also defended her choices, from her dramatic surgeries to her lavish spending, as expressions of her individuality. "People love to judge what they don't understand," she said in a 2023 interview with Interview magazine. "But I've always lived life on my terms." Her final years were spent in Paris with Klein, where she reportedly lived a quieter life. Despite her financial struggles, Jocelyn maintained an air of glamour and mystery, proving that her resilience and flair for reinvention remained intact until the end. Legacy: a life like no other. Jocelyn Wildenstein's story is a testament to the complexities of fame, wealth, and personal identity. She was a woman who defied conventions and embraced the extraordinary, whether through her devotion to big cats, her dramatic transformations, or her headline-grabbing relationships. Though she was often the subject of ridicule, Jocelyn's life was undeniably one of intrigue and audacity. As the world reflects on her legacy, Jocelyn Wildenstein's name will continue to evoke fascination, controversy, and a reminder that some lives are lived entirely outside the ordinary.